Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Marisa and today I want to talk about budgeting. This is going to be a walkthrough kind of video, so I'm going to give you time to pause so you can create your budget with me. And by the end of this video you are going to have a fully functional budget and also the tools you need to stick with it. Just a side note before we start, I just want to share with you that being financially aware was just the best thing that happened to me. It allows me to make better decisions and to have the power to decide who I want to be and where I want to go. I want to share this with you so you can also feel more empowered and more in control of your life. This video is aimed for beginners and it does not really matter how much money do you make, okay? This is all about knowing how much money do you have and what's the best way to use it for you. So let's start. We are going to cover 5 different areas: the budgeting system, monthly expenses, true expenses, what to do on payday, and how to stick with it. I'm going to leave timestamps on the description below in case you need to go back or forward. There's a lot of different budgeting systems out there. I can remember like the envelope system, the proportional budgets, the pay yourself first, and so on. For this video we are going to use the zero-based system because, well, that's the system that I have been using for like 2 or 3 years. The zero-based system just means that you have to spend all the dollars that you have. Now, don't get super excited because what this really means is that you have to assign every dollar that you have to a job. No need to understand all of this now, we are going to see how this works on the video. Now let's begin to understand what monthly expenses do we have. Here you have things that you pay every month like rent, electric bill, subscriptions, groceries, and so on. So open a spreadsheet or grab a piece of paper and start to list all of your monthly expenses. Don't forget to save a bit for fun money. What this means is like money for fun stuff, like dinners out with friends, movies, stuff like that. You can always check your bank statement, and perhaps you should, to make sure that you don't forget anything. If something is not always the same amount, like groceries, take into account the higher amount so you don't get bad surprises. You can pause this video now, look at my example and take note of all your monthly expenses. Then, good. Let's move on to the true value of this system, in my opinion, of course, the true expenses. True expenses are the things that usually mess up all of our finances. It's the things that we are not expecting or that we just forgot to take into consideration. Example, your car just broke down in the middle of a very nice trip, $800 in repairs. That is a true expense. Let me give you some more examples to help you understand. Medical bills that you are not expecting, Christmas gifts, clothing, skincare, vet, stuff like that, you know, stuff that you don't always remember because you don't pay them monthly, but they exist. Because this is all the things that can and will happen, but since they are not monthly, we don't pay them monthly, we tend to overlook them. If we are not saving for these true expenses, when they happen, we just have 2 solutions available. One, we are lucky and have the money available in other categories, like vacations, or we don't have it and we have to use credit. So the idea is to try to prevent all of this and start saving to our true expenses. Since they are not monthly, you should add the amount that you think you spend in a whole year. Let's say you think you spent $1,200 in clothes in a whole year. At that, you can always correct and adjust later. Your goal will be, in this case, to put aside like $120 every month, so by the end of the year you have spent $1,200 in clothes. Let me just stop for a second here and tell you that your budget is going to be a living thing. It is okay if you forget something. You will. It's only natural. Just think that if you start saving for like 5 true expenses, you are better now than you were before. Don't be too hard on yourself if some expense comes up and you are not expecting it. Just put it on your budget for the future and move on. It's time to pause this video again, think about your true expenses and add them to your list, spreadsheet, paper, wherever, with the amount that you can predict. Now it's payday, we just got paid. What do? We give every dollar a job. You start by assigning dollars to the most urgent categories like monthly expenses, rent, electric bill, groceries, and then you move on to your true expenses. You'll want to have enough money to cover your true expenses and your monthly expenses and still have a bit of money left so you can start saving to the next month. Because in this way, we can start to say goodbye to the paycheck to paycheck mindset. If this is not the case for you, check your budget again and see if you can cut some expenses. And please take into account that it may take months or years to get into a financial situation that you are happy with. But now you have all the information you need to manage your money and get there. Now you can pause this video and give every dollar that you already have a job, or you can wait for the next paycheck, as you prefer. Now, we already know how to make a budget, but we still have to make sure that you can keep it. So I'm going to share some tips that really help me. Update your budget on the spot. Trust me, this will take you like 10 seconds and it will save you a lot of time in the future. If you just bought a coffee, open your phone and take a note of it. Either use an app, you need a budget app, but you don't really need it. If you just have a note or even a spreadsheet, it will work. Review every week. Save 15 minutes, okay, to make sure that your budget is updated and that you are staying on track. Be kind with yourself. We are doing the work, but we are not perfect. So let's say you spend too much because you went out with a friend. That's okay. Just update your budget and see from where you want to take the money to cover that. I think that the zero-based system is so useful that you'll have all the motivation you need to keep going. Just stick with it for a month and you'll see the results. You don't need to use any specific app, really, a simple spreadsheet will work, but I do use an app, it's called You Need a Budget. This video is not sponsored, I just really love their product. I have been using the app for, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 years, and I use it every day. Also, their website has a lot of useful information on this topic if you want to check that out. Now, I have a lot to say about this budgeting system because I really like it, so let me know in the comments below if you want me to make more of these videos for you. If you have any questions, please let me know and I will do my best to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video, I really hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and I see you next week.